All right, we got Jake Seibel and Lucas Wallen here. Open it up to questions.
Lucas, on that shorthanded, just perfect lineup setup for Malmquist on that one. Just found a break for you? Or?
Yeah, I mean, me and Malmquist have great chemistry together. He's a skilled enough player to make a play, and gave him the puck early. He had the choice to give it back, and he found back of the net, so can't complain about that.
Jake, how do you feel out there? You felt like you saw the puck well? And
Yeah, I was seeing the puck well and just feeling good with it. Defense did a great job today of clearing out the front, and just helped a lot. Just being able to see the puck the whole game was really fun to be out there and be able to make easy saves because of our guys. So.
in the second period, did you see you just get a piece of it with your stick on that one save?
Yeah, it hit the inside of my blocker. I kind of had a save like that yesterday too, but had a bad rebound, so I knew I had to make up for it and try to get anything on it at that point. So.
You're on this kind of nice streak that you're on right now. Are you just feeling really confident out there and everything's working for you? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing the puck well, but also it's the team play. Like, we're doing an unbelievable job in the D zone, and it's translating to wins, and that's all I can say about that. Like, they're just doing a great job in front of me.
Look, so you think this is the best offense you guys have been playing this last stretch all year?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say our team, it hasn't just been one line, two lines, it's kind of been everybody. Like you saw last game, we had multiple lines contribute, and it's been team game no matter what. I mean, that's how we swept this weekend. That's how we're going to try to continue to move forward.
For both of you guys, what does it mean to get that first playoff win in
Yeah.
program history?
For me, I mean, it's my own personal first playoff win as well. So just to be able to do it in our home barn means a lot more too. And it just feels like the last month or so has been playoffs. So just to be able to do that and finally have one on the record books is nice. So.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with every word you just said, actually. That's kind of the same for me. That's the first playoff series I've actually won, so since high school. So it was an unbelievable feeling. The group of guys that we have right now, we're a completely different team since second half, and it's been so much fun playing with these guys. And hopefully we can keep the streak going.
Lucas, that first offensive line, pretty self-explanatory today, but just talk about that relationship between your line mates on the ice.
Yeah, I think it's pretty evident. Those two are very skilled players. Matthew works his butt off. Liam's an extremely skilled player with his hands, his feet, and I think I kind of fit in there and kind of complement their attributes, and that's kind of why we work so well together. We've kind of been together the entire season, which has been great. We've been able to build a lot of chemistry, and even last season we were able to get a couple touches in together. So I think it's been a long time coming that we've been together, and we're finally clicking, and it's now's the time to do it.
You guys may or may not be at home next week, but if you're not, what are you going to remember most about playing in this arena?
I think it's just obviously it's not the biggest barn, but you know that when you're here, the other team has to play in it too, and we love just being together, so it doesn't even matter what kind of barn we're in. So, I mean, even if we're away next weekend, we're going to come in with the same attitude that we're just going to go and dominate anybody. So,
yeah, I would say it's just, I mean, we've been here battling kind of the adversity. You can tell. I mean, the nickname of this place is called the Meat Locker for a reason. It's freezing cold here, and teams don't really like to come in and witness how cold it actually is. And we battle through it every morning, every practice, every game. So it's definitely an advantage for us, and I think we've kind of grown to like it a little bit. And I don't know if I could say that we're going to miss this place, but it's definitely has a spot in our heart.
Lucas, on a personal note, last night when I was taking a photo of your goal, you intentionally had your face right in front of the camera. So is that intentionally that you posed for the camera, or is that more of a, you just noticed it was there?
Yeah, I actually ended up putting it home, and then I kind of noticed the camera was in the corner, and I was like, I'll head straight towards it. And I don't know, it was kind of a cool little idea.
Yeah. How are you guys feeling overall going into the next series?
I think we're excited. I think our team's full of energy, full of confidence, and just swagger in general.
yeah, you can tell the love in the locker room is really high right now, and it has been all year. But it's showing on the ice. We're getting bounces and we're getting hard efforts from everybody. So it's just a lot of love.
I thought the first period was kind of a back and forth, kind of get, guys were trying to feel each other out a little bit, both teams, and thought we talked a little bit in between the periods of elevating our game a little bit, and I thought we did that in the second period. And third period, they pushed. We did a good job of defending, and they pushed a little bit too hard and gave us a 2-on-1, and Liam made a great play. play. So really proud of our guys and the way they played all weekend, and and then I'd be remiss not to mention Coach Daniels and the unbelievable career he's had, and what a special person he's been and coach for so many young guys that have come through Ferris, and a mentor for a lot of us, and did a lot for college hockey, and he'll be missed.
Malmquist has been on a tear this season. What do you think stands out the most to you about his game?
I've said this before, like unfortunately you guys don't get the privilege of watching these guys in practice every day, and whether it's Liam or Wallen or Gleason or Foley or Cheslock or Bersini or Cooper, the list goes on and on and on. These guys are doing this stuff in our process every day, so when they do it in games, it's not surprising to us. That's what they're supposed to do. That's their job, and they're playing hard because they work hard during the week, and they're getting their bounces on the weekend.
With Bob, what are you going to remember most about coaching against him? What's it like to coach against Bob?
Well, you always knew you were going to play a team that was well coached and hard, and we go back a long way battling the old CCHA, and we've had some really good battles, and when he was winning in the early 2000s, we were trying to mimic his teams and the way they played and how hard they played. So that's why I say he's a little bit of a mentor for me. And I hired two of his former players as coaches on my staff, so you can see how much respect I have for him.
Coach, you talked about it in your opening statement, but Ferris State came out very composed.
Mm-hmm.
What was the key to disrupting that rhythm?
Well, first you can't come out of your game plan, because otherwise they'll expose you. So we had to stay structured, we had to stay calm, stay within ourselves, and then we just started to push a little bit in the second period and force them to do some things that they didn't want to do. And we got a shorthanded goal, which was key on a lucky bounce and at the blue line, and 2-on-0 with Liam and Wallen. We'll take that every day. But we started to kind of grind it down below the tops of circles a little bit and force their D to make some bad decisions.
How are you feeling about Jake right now? He's been just really on his game for the last few games for you guys.
Yeah, everybody's, like I said earlier, we could go down the list of all the guys. Our program, our identity, our culture is all about team, and I'm proud of our team. I'm really proud of our team, and that's, I don't have any other words to say other than that.
Layman's perspective, it felt like Gower, Pepper, and Casey Leyland at fourth line had a fantastic series. What did you see from them?
If you walk into our locker room, we have a sign that says everybody matters, and every one of those guys in the locker room matter. Every play that happens throughout the week and on the weekend matters. Every thought matters. Every second matters. And so for you to mention that line, they're an important line to our team, as is everybody in the locker room. And so again, just collectively, just really proud of the way everybody played and the way they played their roles.
Coach, you mentioned in the past about adapting to the style of the game. Was keeping this game low scoring part of that game plan?
Well, it's just what it provides you, right? Their goaltender's playing well. They're being a little bit more stingy and not giving us too many odd man rushes. So you got to continue to play the same way and play above pucks and make sure that you're not making mistakes. The game of hockey is all about mistakes. It's the team that capitalizes on those mistakes that usually wins the games.
And my last question, I believe the broadcast said you and Coach Daniels have faced each other around 45 times. What's it like taking, the last matchup between both of you?
Well, now that the teams have settled it on the ice, I don't have words to say how much of an impact he's had on college hockey. And I know a lot of guys, some of my best friends that I've coached with played for Bob, and I know what he means to them. So he's a great guy, well respected, and first class all the way.
Thanks, Rico.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Coach.